So, are you a person who's into leadership? Are you a person who wants to lead others? Are you a person who is in a position of leadership or management and you want to get better? If that sounds like you, or if you're building a brand, you're building a business, you're building a family, you're building something, you have an organization, and you're in a position where people are following you or you want them to follow you, tune on in, right? Because this video is for you. Welcome back to the Life Juice Podcast with me, HP Life Coach, where we talk about how to awaken, reset, and transform your mindset, habits, and life for more positive, ideal results. Okay. Can you guys hear that plane, or is it like in the background? I'm not sure. I'll review it later. But anyways, so if you want to lead others, I asked my manager a long time ago when I used to work a 9 to 5 at this nonprofit. It was beautiful. And I said, hey, how do you lead people? I wanted to become a better leader, you know? And he said, that's how he did. He looked at me just like that. He leaned into me. He said, you want to lead others? Lead yourself first. That's it. Lead yourself first. It's that simple. What does that even mean, though? You know how I always ask, what does that mean? So what it means is this. You cannot lead other people if you don't first lead yourself. For those who are younger, for those who are not as seasoned and experienced yet, the only way that someone else will submit to your mission, will have submission to your mission, is if you have a vision and you're following your mission to a T, right? Your efforts are what people are going to model. What you do is what people will do. Children will not do what you say, they'll do what you do. Right? Are you able to set the standard that you're asking others to do for you? If you can't, then how can they model it? So if you want someone to learn something, you have to be able to train them. The only way you can train them in it is if you know how to do it. So a lot of times we have people online and they're sharing information, they're telling people, hey, you can go do this, you can go do that, and they haven't done it themselves. And how do I know that? Well, I used to be one of those people too. In some stances, I would argue information that I never actually did. I would argue information that I saw or read from other people that I didn't actually learn myself from my own efforts. And don't get me wrong, it's important and imperative to learn from others so you don't make the same mistakes. That's why books are so crucial, so you can learn from other people who've made those mistakes already. However, what I did learn was your own personal experiences is a better place of knowledge for other people to learn from. Your own personal experiences will have a higher level of confidence, a higher level of conviction, a higher level of belief from your own personal experiences. The more you cross the finish lines you have for yourself, you set for yourself, the more you gain an advantage in your own beliefs, your own mental capacities, your own skill capacities, your own capabilities, your own endeavors. You will believe in them so much more. You will now never let somebody else tell you what you can and cannot do because you've already set the precedence for yourself. So if you want others to follow that, you have to be able to do that yourself. So if I tell myself I'm going to go work out and I'm going to do 50 sit-ups every single day and I don't do it, how am I going to get someone else to do it? Right? Because this is going to be an internal struggle. There's going to be an internal struggle. There's going to be an external struggle, right? Every intention is going to have a disruption, and I have to stay disciplined in order to fight the disruption and stay intentional. Does it make sense? That's from Myron Golden, right? So that's information from someone else, but I had to learn it within my own self. And so I aligned with that information. It made sense to me. I connected with it and I took it with me. And in my own examples, my own exercise routines, and my own life examples, I had to learn that same principle. And it made sense. It made sense to me in a way that I was like, oh, I resonate with that. I align with that. I connect with that. But the principles derive from my own understanding. So let me give you an example that I had to learn from in high school. And this is where I learned it first, where I first learned it and I carried it the rest of my life. In high school, I ran track junior year and I ran the 800 for the first time. I was so out of breath because I ran the first lap like it was a 400. And if you ever run track, you know what I'm talking about. The 400, you have to sprint it. The 800, you have to kind of jog and then sprint. Some people can sprint the whole thing too. I was unfamiliar with it. I didn't know there was a certain level of pacing you have to be in that position in order to succeed. And so I just ran and sprinted it the whole way. And the next thing I know, I'm like, out of breath after the first lap, and everyone's passing me on the second lap. I was in first position. First, I had the huge gap between everybody. But then, just like the rabbit and the tortoise, I slowed down. And the tortoises, they kept their pace, they passed me. And what I learned from that moment was, man, I've never been in this position before. I'm not familiar with it, but I don't believe that I'm not going to be successful. So I'm going to train. I didn't really train. I trained half-assed with it, right? And so at the end of the year, when I look back, I had first, second, third, fourth, and maybe sometimes sixth place, but mainly first, second, and third. And I wanted to get better. I really wanted to succeed. So what I did was after track season, I never stopped training. Summer, winter, summer, fall, winter, and then spring came back around again. And guess what? Every single race I had, I came in first place except for one race. And that one race, I came in fourth. Everything else, I came in first. The year before, in junior year, I didn't run because I had scared butterflies in my stomach. I got so nervous. I got so afraid. I didn't know what was going to happen. And when I saw the time at the end, I saw that I could have won. But there's no coulda, shoulda, woulda. I didn't do, right? And so there's no way for me to say, oh, I should deserve. No, no, I didn't actually do. So I can't say what would have been or could have been. And I was so upset with myself. I'm like, damn, you didn't even try. You didn't even go after it. You could have found out, but you never tried because you were so nervous, so afraid that you let that stop you from being able to produce the result. So I told myself I'm never gonna let anything stop me just because I'm afraid or unfamiliar with it. And I trained. Again, the next year I got first place every race except for one. And that taught me something valuable. You never know what you're capable of until you go after it fully. And so I trained myself. I pulled myself. I told myself. And now I know that if I want something in life, if I believe I'm after it, if I give it my best shot, I know it's possible for me. And if it doesn't happen, then that's okay. I know it wasn't meant for me. But at least, at bare minimum, I gave it all that I had. At least I led myself. At least I became a better person because of it. At least I gained other valuable lessons in the process. At least I know whether or not it was meant for me or not. And at least I can now lead myself and others. So there's sometimes people who don't want to train. I get that. There's sometimes people who don't want to be disciplined. I get that. There's sometimes people don't want to do something. I get that. And if I didn't do that with myself and get myself to the point where I wanted to for other reasons, I wouldn't be able to get that with other people. So when I was a teacher, I hated teaching because people didn't want to learn. So instead of trying to teach them, I coached them to want to learn so that teaching became easier because I'm a coach, I'm not a teacher. But now I'm able to do both, right? Handle both and juggle them, right? My whole objective isn't to get you to do the things you're supposed to do because I want you to. I want you to do them for you because you want to. And if you don't want to do it, why not? Let's unpack that. We have to understand what our motives are, what is pushing us, what is pulling us, what is driving us, what is holding us back, what is limiting us, what is unlimiting us, what is freeing us, what is captivating us. All these things, they add up, right? And they tell us to go this way or they tell us to go that way. There's an old metaphor or colloquialism or phrase from a Native American proverb, as you would call it. They say there's two wolves, right? One wolf is good, one wolf is bad. We'll just put that for now, right? And if you feed the wolf, you can only feed one at a time. Whatever one you feed will grow stronger. And the one that grows stronger will rule over you. So you can either feed the wolf that allows you to go do the things you want to do and believe in them, or you can feed the wolf that doesn't allow you to and doesn't allow you to believe in it. Whatever one you feed will grow stronger. The one that grows stronger will eat you, will lead you, will guide you. So if you're choosing the one that doesn't believe, that is not disciplined, that doesn't take action, that doesn't lead itself, guess what? You're going to have the results of that wolf. It'll get stronger in your life. The one that will lead you, that will guide you, that will defend you, will really be the one that's hurting you. But if you choose the one that's disciplined, consistent, that's leading you, that's going after things, that has the belief, that has the conviction, guess what? That's gonna pull you up. It's gonna rise you to the occasion. It's gonna guide you through. One of these wolves is the one you're feeding right now. One of these wolves is the one that's guiding you right now. And whatever one is stronger is the one that you allow to get stronger. You are the story writer of your life. You are the director of your movie. You are the captain of your ship. You are in charge. And if you're the one telling yourself you're not in charge and you're giving it to someone else, guess what? You'll always be doing what someone else told you to do externally. But until you connect with yourself internally, lead yourself within, guide yourself to that position to win so that you can be everything you believed you can't do that for others. You just can't. How can you lead someone else if you don't lead yourself? How will 50 other people do the things you say to do if you can't even do the things you say you're going to do? How? It's just not possible. The only way people will follow you is if you're already doing it. My brother told me a long time ago, people don't join the motion until they see some motion. If you know what that means, great. If you don't know what that means, it basically means that people won't join you on your adventure until they see you're already on the adventure and having fun and having a great time. So, if I were you, I would start leading yourself. What can I do so that I can have myself be in a position of success? And if you want to learn how to lead yourself better, here's the key. What drives you? What motivates you? What do you fear? What do you love? For me, I don't want to be, do, or have anything that's outside of love. I want to be, do, and have everything inside of love. If someone asks me to go do something or be something or have something, and it doesn't fully excite me, it doesn't get me going, if it's not something I absolutely want to do, absolutely want to be, absolutely want to have, I don't want it. Because it's only a little bit, a fraction of me. It's not the full version of me that's captivated. I don't need it. I don't. I don't want it. I don't. So find that thing that pulls you, that drives you. And if you haven't found it yet, keep exploring things until you do. Keep looking around, guiding yourself, seeing new opportunities until you find that thing. And the best way to do that, I can't lie to you, is to go within yourself. You have to go within. Go into the world, yeah, but go within. All answers are within. Okay? And don't be afraid of what's to come. The tree that's out behind me or in front of you or wherever you're at, that tree, it didn't get there because it needed other things outside of it. Everything it needed was already within the seed. That little seed that it had, that seed produced a tree. And that tree will leave some more seeds that will produce more trees. Every seed has everything it needs to become the tree. All you need is a little self-care. That's you. You have everything you need inside of you to become whatever it is you desire to be in your mind and in your heart. Stop doubting yourself. Stop listening to other people and start leading yourself. Start leading yourself in the direction you want to be and believe that it's possible to be that. You got this. As always, stay blessed, stay beautiful. Peace.